morning and good luck. And welcome back to Good Luck with GIno. I'm your host, GIno the Ghost, and you're locked into episode 118 of the fastest growing podcast in the world. If you're watching on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, hit that like button, save it to your device, give it a 5-star review, subscribe to the show, and send it to a loved one or an arch nemesis. If you're watching on YouTube, which you should be, make sure you go ahead and nestle up against that like button and smash the fuck out of that subscribe button, would you? And then, well, of course, you're going to go ahead and grease up that algorithm by leaving a comment because you're an oil man. And this is my son, HW, and we're a family company. Had a crazy week. First of all, if you are watching on YouTube like you should be, you'll see that I am rocking a new hairstyle today. We're auditioning a new hairstyle. Yeah, we're trying it out. I've been growing my hair out a little bit. I conducted a poll on my Instagram if I should just shave my head again or just kind of grow it out and see what happens. And it was literally split 50-50. You fucking cocksuckers. Didn't help me at all. So we're just going to let it rock a little bit. I used to have really long hair before this podcast ever came out. I don't think I'm going to go that long again, but this kind of feels a little fun. I feel like I'm getting a little bit more Dago, you know? And we're graduating from evil supervillain into like tech CEO supervillain, like Silicon Valley supervillain, soccer player supervillain, kind of what we're going for here. So let me know what you think about the new hairstyle. We're gonna audition it. I went to the Enhypen show last night. I had a single for Enhypen. It's this huge K-pop group that we sold 2 million units first day out. Not to brag, but we do stuff like that, you know? And they're doing an arena tour, an arena world tour. And they were kind enough to have me out to the show. The loudest. I've never been to a show like that in my fucking life. That's my first K-pop, like, big K-pop show. It was at a soccer stadium. It was at BMO Stadium downtown, soccer stadium. And when I tell you the decibel level, I mean, I almost went deaf in both ears. I like left the show and I felt like a bomb went. It was like ping when I was like walking out of the show. So that was crazy. Always dope to see your music performed in front of tens of thousands. Extremely, extremely grateful for that experience always. Just crazy. Thank you guys for having me. Also, sorry, just a quick sip of unbranded water. I was hanging out with, the label all weekend and some friends, different A&Rs at different K-pop labels and different K-pop artists. And these motherfuckers drink, dude. The Koreans drink. And not only do they drink, they won't let you not drink. I'm not a big drinker, guys, but I've been in a constant state of hangover for like 3 days. I've been outside drinking. I'm talking soju. I'm talking shots of tequila. I'm talking espresso martinis. I'm talking more soju. They had me fucking going, dude. And I'm just not built for it anymore. I can't hang, I can't compete. I'm no longer an athlete. This isn't college. I'm washed. And so my body, I mean, it's looking swole, yeah? But my body has been struggling a little bit. Also, I'm house shopping right now. I'm looking for a house. It's time. I'm going to diversify my portfolio a little bit. I just want a crib, I want to build out a studio. It's just time. And my logic is rates are fucked right now. It's hard to sell houses. I can get something sick for cheap. I can lowball the fuck out of somebody, get in a dope house, and then just refinance in like a year and a half when Trump inevitably cuts rates. That's my plan. If you're not going to tell me I'm a genius in the comment section, don't comment about it, okay? So I'm looking for houses, and I found a house that I love. And if you follow me on Instagram, you've kind of already heard the story, but we're just going to fucking tell it again because It's my show and I do what I want. I found a listing. I found this house that I love. I'm like, oh my God, it's in Silver Lake. Beautiful view. It's huge. It's got an ADU, so I can build a studio in it already. 3 bed, 3 bath, only 1.1 million. I'm like, how the fuck has it been on the market for 2 months already? No one's buying this house? God, rates must be really fucked. And it's right by the Silver Lake Reservoir, which is like this beautiful lake in Silver Lake. And it's also, per the photos, right next to the Silver Lake Stairs, which are these it's a historical landmark. Basically, it's like a giant staircase. It's like 150 stairs up, maybe more, maybe like 200 stairs up, and then like 100 stairs down. And it's very cute and whatever. And it's very famous. People go there to like work out, you know? And so I get to the property, and guys, the house is up the stairs. The only way to access the house is up the stairs. So you have to park your car at the bottom of the stairs and walk up 200 stairs to your house every day. So I trek up the mountain to go see my house potentially. And the realtors, and I'm just like, I can't help but feel like nobody's going to buy this fucking house. What a deal breaker. Dude, no shot. Can you imagine like taking your groceries up the fucking stairs? I said that. I'm like, how am I supposed, like, what if I go grocery shopping and I have like to carry? And she's like, well, you know, the homeowner has thought about building a lift up the mountain, like up the hill. It's like $130,000 that we were quoted. He would consider building it if a buyer was serious and taking care of the cost. And I said, can the lift take me up? Like, fuck the groceries. What about me? What about all my furniture that I would move in? Can you imagine, like, I hire a moving company? I'm like, yeah, just bring my bed up the fucking Silver Lake Stairs. Thanks. Yeah, it's going to be about 30 trips. Worst day of your life. No big deal. Imagine, like, if I left something in my car. Imagine if I broke my ankle. What if I hurt myself? What if, dude, imagine like trying to bring a girl home at night and being like, yeah, hey, so yeah, it's just right up this creepy staircase. Yeah. No, my house is just right up these creepy stairs. No, it's up there. Trust me. You know? She'd just for sure think that I'm going to murder her. And I would understand that thought. So, unfortunately, yeah, we did pass on the house, believe it or not. And so, you know, I mean, I would be in impeccable shape. I'm already in impeccable shape, obviously, because, you know, I've been working out. But my legs would be fucking tree trunks, dude. I'd be walking around looking like prime Arnold Schwarzenegger up those stairs, up and down every day. What else is going on in the world? Oh, this is a fun one. Oh, this came across my desk today. This drifted across my desk. Spirit Airlines just admitted that there's substantial doubt they can survive the next 12 months without serious help. That the company may be going bankrupt for good this time. And I told you not to fuck with me. Hey, Spirit. I told you not to fuck with me. I told you to give me a refund or else. Let's play the clip. You guys remember this clip? It was about 3 weeks ago. Let me see if I can find it. Where is it? Yeah, here we go. Here's part of the clip. Spoiler alert, I'm not going to get that refund, but what I am going to do is I'm going to tank the dog company farther into the ground by spreading the story. I will destroy you. Do you understand? I'm going to own your company by the end of the year. I'm going to be a major shareholder. You're going to have to pay me back in equity. Told you. I told you. Well, they didn't give me a refund, so I had to take matters into my own hands. And now you're fucked. Yeah. Now, look, I'm not going to disclose on the show what I did. But let's just say Spirit Airlines is in some serious trouble. Here's the issue. Jokes aside. Spirit isn't just a dog shit airline. And it is a dog shit airline. It's the worst airline, right? And you know that, and I know that, and it's a shock absorber for the whole market. Its presence of dirt cheap fares forces bigger airlines to offer their own cheaper basic fares. Analysts call it the Spirit effect. I call it the poverty effect. I call it economics. If you're looking at a flight and you see a Spirit flight for like $100, it's going to be hard for you to pull the trigger on that $700 Delta flight. So they have to lower their prices right? So if Spirit disappears or gets swallowed up by one of these major companies, like is being predicted, the results are predictable. Fares will climb. In markets that Spirit exits, there are certain markets where they don't have Spirit flights. Fares jump as much as 10%. And in extreme cases, like in Denver and in Fort Lauderdale, fares spike to like 20%. So in theory, Spirit, the entire airline industry hangs in the balance. So refund me my $200 fucking dollars or I will destroy you and this whole motherfucking industry. It's up to you. It's up to you. $200 refund me for my Vegas trip or you're done. And it's all done. I take this whole motherfucker down kamikaze style. This is your final warning. In more travel news, who's ready to vacation in space? Huh? Who's ready to stay at a hotel in space? For $5,000 a night, Voyager station will host 450 guests in low Earth orbit, complete with artificial gravity, zero-G sports, hydroponic garden, spas, and even cinemas. This $50 billion engineering monstrosity isn't just about luxury travel. It's a glimpse into the $2.5 trillion space economy of the future. And it's coming in 2027, allegedly. Did rich people not learn anything from the Ocean Gate submarine? Did nobody learn their fucking lesson? You're going to go to a space station in the sky? Like, just what happened to rich people going to Tulum or Turks and Caicos? I think we should send all the flat earthers there for free. If you're a flat earther, you get a free 3-night stay at the Voyager Space Hotel. And it's a win-win because they either realize that the Earth is, in fact, not flat, and then they come back and end this stupid conspiracy theory for good, or this station blows up and they die. And then it's just natural selection, right? Also, ready by 2027 is hilarious. There's no fucking shot we see a Space Hyatt in the next, decade. If this is ready by 2027, which is in, a year and a half, I'll book a stay for somebody in the comments that comments good luck below. And that's a promise. I will book you a stay for a night. Maybe. I probably won't. I'm just going to say this for engagement and then I'm not going to do it. But still comment it. Yeah, you guys have fun up there. I will not be going. Okay? I hope this is a $1 trillion industry so we can send as many of these insufferable motherfuckers up there as possible, dude. Send them up. Send them up. Let's make it. Maybe BlackRock will stop buying up all the single family homes and that way, we can start affording housing again. Yeah, all these VC firms can just start buying up space cribs so millennials can afford cribs again in the United States. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. Okay. I'm going to take a sip of unbranded water, and then we're going to get a little political. Now, look, I don't get political, right? You guys know I'm apolitical, right? Which is like asexual, but for politics. I'm independent. I don't think anything. I'm merely a vessel to. However, host of GNN, the most trusted source of news, GIno Borey, he will get political. So let's turn it over to GIno Borey and GNN and report on what's going on in politics. Welcome to GNN, your leading source of news, politics. And this week, politics, and also children's programming. And now, your host, GIno Borey. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm your host, GIno Borey, and this is the news. So this week, President Trump turned the nation's capital into a militarized police state to save the city, even though violent crime is actually at a 30-year low. He took control of the Metropolitan Police Department, employed 800 D.C. National Guard troops, and reassigned multiple federal law enforcement agencies to patrol the streets. This is the first time that a president has ever exercised this wing of authority in D.C. And I just want to be clear. You don't mobilize the National Guard for crime that's down 30%. You do it to send a message. This is a calculated step towards authoritarian control. And you know what's funny about this whole authoritarian regime thing is that these signs have been here from the dawn of this presidency, before this presidency. Project 2025, the whole campaign, all the things he talked about. And when I talked about these things, when me and others talk about them as they're happening, oh, you're overreacting. Oh, you're blah, 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 blah. Oh, here's the Nazi comparison again. Blah, 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 blah. This is the only thing that liberals can say about Trump. Blah, blah. And I've been and anytime you point out what's just happening in plain day, you're being dramatic. You're it's overblown. It's just this. What can he even do? We have the Constitution. Yeah, well, you know what? Here we are again. And how many of these breadcrumbs do you have to find until you find the loaf of bread? Hansel and Gretel? Until you climb into the fucking oven. This isn't a crackdown. It's a blueprint. We're watching democracy get militarized. We're watching an authoritarian regime rise up from the ashes of the Constitution. I'm not being dramatic. And how many times do I have to fucking say it until you get it? Because they'll start here, but this won't be the only city they'll do it to. Trump said that. He said, yeah, we're looking into doing this for fucking Chicago and New York and oh, yeah, okay, got it. All the major cities. Cool. Is that what you want this country to be? Do you guys want the fucking military just walking down? Do you want to be occupied by the military? You been to Paris? Because it's just they're just walking around. The military is just walking around in Paris. But here, they're going to just be grabbing people off the street. You want that? Because the MAGA cronies do. Because, of course, the MAGA cronies are defending it. For example, infamous traitor and Russian asset Benny Johnson. Here, let's play the clip. He was at the White House the other day. Here's what he had to say.
As a DC resident of 15 years, I lived on Capitol Hill. I witnessed so many muggings and so much theft. I lost track. I was carjacked. I have murders on my Ring camera and mass shootings. I witnessed a woman on my block get held up at gunpoint for $20, and my house was set ablaze in an arson with my infant child inside. And so to any reporter that says and lies that DC is a safe place to live and work, let me just say this. Thank you.
Huh. I didn't realize that Benny Johnson lived in Grand Theft Auto. The Republican soldier boy. Oh, you have murders and mass shootings on your Ring camera? You gonna turn that in? You just been saving it? You gonna report that? Or are you just collecting them on your hard drive? Like God knows what else is on there. This dude got mugged, carjacked, witnessed several murders on a recording device, watched a woman get robbed for $20, mass shootings. Also, watched a woman get mugged for $20 on the street. Hi, ma'am, out of curiosity, how much did he take? Didn't do anything about it because he's a pussy. Does this motherfucker live in Gotham? Benny Johnson, hood legend, you know? Benny Johnson, street certified. You've lived there for 15 years despite all that happening to you with your family. Hey, brother, move. You thought about moving? No, because none of that happened. That's why. Because none of that happened. Because he's lying. If Benny Johnson was Pinocchio, he could penetrate his wife while sitting in the cuck chair from across the room. How do I know Benny Johnson's a cuck? Because of course he is. He's a cuck for Trump and Peter Thiel and Russia and MAGA. I'm beginning to wonder if you're even Republicans at all. Or are you just members of the Re-cuck-icans party? And that's a bad pun, but we're going to roll with it anyway. In fact, it's so bad, it's almost good. Because the Republican Party I know would be adamantly opposed to big government taking over the city. The Republican Party that I know would not be down with the military occupying the nation's capital, like North Korea. Hey, Second Amendment enjoyers. You there? Hello? The Republican Party I know would not be into the idea of mass surveillance and censorship through big tech oligopolies. First Amendment enjoyers. You guys there? Or are you seated in the proverbial government cuck chair, watching us all get fucked from the corner? You love big government. Dude, you guys love the government, huh? You guys love big government. Maybe you're a bunch of fucking commies. Uh-oh. Did you guys accidentally become commies? How are you fascist and commies? Because apparently you also believe in taxing corporations for doing business with China? Because the government's going to start taxing NVIDIA for doing chip business with China? I thought this was a free market. I didn't realize you were a bunch of commies, bunch of no good commies. You love big government. Hell yeah, dude. Let's just occupy all the major cities with military. Sick, dude. Can we get some tanks in here? Let's really make it a party. And speaking about government overreach, have you guys seen what the Republicans are trying to do to PBS in child programming? Yeah. The Trump administration is now seeking to replace PBS with Prager University, a far-right propaganda machine for children. And I mean, I think there's no better way to show you than just to roll this clip here. Here we have Christopher Columbus justifying his war crimes to a couple of children. This is an absolute gem.
Slavery is as old as time and has taken place in every corner of the world, even amongst the people I just left. Being taken as a slave is better than being killed, no? Before you judge, you must ask yourself, what did the culture and society of the time treat as no big deal?
Yeah. I mean, slavery wasn't even that bad, dude. Before you judge him, can you just think about the time period he was in? You know? Also, what accent is this? This accent.
Slavery is as old as time and has taken place in every corner of the world.
The worst Spanish accent I've ever heard in my life. What is this?
Even amongst the people I just left. Being taken as a slave is better than being killed, no? Before you judge, you must ask yourself, what did the culture and society of the time treat as no big deal?
I think this is a Spanish accent, but Christopher Columbus was Italian, it's the worst accent I've ever heard. Anyway, back to what he's actually saying. Actually, hold on. I got to talk about what he looks like. Why did they give Christopher Columbus Sydney Sweeney eyes? They made his eyes like aquamarine blue. Genes are passed down through generations. This is insane. This clip is insane. This is an excerpt from like a 2-minute, even more insane clip, but I just gotta like.
Slavery is as old as time and has taken place in every corner of the world, even amongst the people I just left. Being taken as a slave is better than being killed, no?
Dude, slavery is a blessing. It's better than being killed, no? It's like Patrick Henry once said in 1775, give me liberty or give me slavery. Give me liberty or give me enslavement. That's the quote, right? Bro said slavery is one of this country's greatest pastimes. What is this fucking authoritarian Sesame Street? The ending's hilarious too. He's like, yeah, no big deal. Before you judge somebody, think about the time. You know, what was considered no big deal. No big deal. This man used to cut people's hands off and make them wear it around their necks like a Young Money chain. Christopher Columbus was a fucking psychopath who was like, he was like shamed when he got back to Spain. They like excommunicated this guy, you know? Guy was a fucking like serial rapist murderer. And like didn't actually really and they're like and Prager University, which spoiler alert is not a real university, is just acting like what is this, The Sopranos? Hey, Christopher Columbus was what's the fucking Sopranos clip? Hold on, I gotta find it. Fuck it, I don't got it. I'm gonna get demonetized. Anyway, if you know, you know. The Sopranos reference was a great reference. Yeah, I mean, this is fucking insane. What would the VeggieTales say about this? What would Larry the Cucumber have to say about justifying slavery? Are Christians okay? What is this? do these motherfuckers think Christ is looking down like, yes, good. Yeah, teach them. Instead of having trans women teaching kids how to count on Sesame Street, let's have 2D Christopher Columbus with Sydney Sweeney eyes tell kids that slavery was actually pretty chill. Once again, the Protect the Kids Party wants to indoctrinate your children, and this time by telling them, you guys are kind of overreacting about the whole slavery thing. The founder of PragerU, a guy named Dennis Prager, complained about not being able to say the N-word a few years ago and is, shocker, a white supremacist. So this is the network that the White House wants to feed your children on public TV, which I don't think anybody fucking watches anymore. But in the event that they do, your kid's going to come out like Richard Spencer. So good luck. And that's going to conclude GNN. And we're just going to jump into everyone's favorite segment. The FOH HOF, the Fuck Outta Here Hall of Fame.
Everything he touched go crazy. Crypto punkin' baby. LA to Vegas, catch him in your city, better hide your main bitch. Good luck, baby. Good luck, baby. Good luck, baby. Show about to start soon. Good luck, baby.
All right, now it's time for everyone's favorite segment, the FOH HOF, the Fuck Outta Here Hall of Fame. And this is this gentleman's first time being inducted into the FOH HOF, and well, he certainly deserves it.
Hey, for all y'all who watch sports, how does it feel to see like another man winning in life and you're just watching him? Like, how does that feel? Oh, LeBron, go! LeBron, why didn't you make that? Yeah, you're a grown man saying that, bro. I mean, how does that feel, bro? Every rich person I talk to, no rich person is over here like, oh, bro, I watch sports. Every single, and I'm not talking about the little 100K, 300K a year. I'm talking about these dudes are making millions a month over here watching sports.
Hey, man, we aren't buying your course. Sorry, dude. D- rage bait. We're not buying it. This video doesn't really make me want to click that link in your bio, unfortunately.
Hey, for all y'all who watch sports, how does it feel to see like another man winning in life and you're just watching him?
How does it feel to wear that fake ass chain around your neck? How does it feel to wear that teeny tiny dainty ass chain? You see this chain? Thick. With 2 C's. Your chain, teeny tiny. Micro penis chain. That millimeter ass chain. Bro shopped at Claire's for the necklace and a 3D print shop for the pendant. What's that pendant say? It looks like it says STD. Oh, that's the name of your shitty streetwear company? Oh, that's the name of your shitty copy-pasted streetwear brand that nobody buys? Take that teeny tiny dainty chain off. That Shop GLD micro chain. You're going to take it off and it's going to look like algae at the bottom of your pool with that green stain around your neck. And yeah, dude, we see the cars in the background, all right? Thank you for shooting this video in the driveway where we can see all the rented vehicles, you know? We see the BMW 3 Series behind you. Grown-ass man with that tiny-ass goatee. Shave it off, Pipsqueak. Shave that tiny-ass goatee off to match your tiny-ass chain. That Chipotle smear on your wife beater. Every rich person I talk to. Oh, yeah? Every rich person you talk to? Hey, mister, do you watch sports? What, do you go up to people with money and ask them if they actually watch sports or not? And hey, man, hate to break it to you, rich people enjoy sports. I don't know if you know any rich people, but just because you don't like sports, you fucking nerd, doesn't mean that other rich people don't like sports. And when I say other rich people, I mean actual rich people, not you, because you're not rich. And I know you're not rich because you're making this video. I don't know anything about you other than teeny tiny dainty ass chain, and you're making this video. And you're selling a course. Rich people, actual rich people, most of them like sports. Yeah, dude, all those rich people courtside at NBA games, brokies, huh? Want to bet who has more rich friends between me and you? You want to bet? Like rich, like actual rich friends, not other Lincoln Bio bros that you met in Miami at Live. How embarrassing. Can you imagine recording this video and then posting it?
Hey, for all y'all who watch sports, how does it feel to see like another man winning in life and you're just watching him?
What's worse? Watching another grown man win in life or watching another grown-ass man watch another grown-ass man watch another grown-ass man and enjoy themselves? You're a spectator of spectators trying to make a spectacle on the internet only to fail spectacularly. How does that feel? How does it feel to post this garbage-ass rage bait video so people will click the course on your bio and instead you just get roasted by me? How does that feel? How does it feel to watch another grown-ass man make fun of you? And in a way that's like deeply hurting. Because what are you doing? Is this what you want to be known for? Is this how you want to make your money? This is it? You're going to be this guy on the internet forever. The only women you're going to attract are going to be the worst kind of people. The only friends you're going to attract are going to be insufferable, like you. You're not contributing anything to society. You're making it worse, spectacularly. So take that dainty, teeny tiny ballerina chain off and go build something real. Yeah? Go Lions, dork. Next video. Here we go.
You're not gay, it's a demon that's inside of you. You ain't born that way, don't let it try to lie to you. I rebuke demons up by faith, hope you find the truth. I'm exposing these demons that try to hide in you. Pride stands for the land of the pigs, where they like to be trans and start playing with some kids. That bathroom's for girls, so we can't let you in. Steve, you ain't fooling no one, you're just a man in a way. You're not gay, more like insane. Being gay is fun and dandy till you get A. I just speak the truth and I don't care about gay rights. I can tell the left is mad cause my dad raised me right. You think you a woman cause you're rocking a stiletto? Don't make me get my airsoft, I'm knocking off a pedo. All y'all gonna be burning like the rich man. You are not a woman, just a dude with some implants.
We don't rock with Demon Month. The only Christian rapper steady calling out the demon.
Well, I wasn't expecting Homophobic Kids Bop to come across my algorithm. But here we are. How is the dad worse than the kid, you know? The dad came in with some hot fucking garbage-ass hook after that homophobic 16. Tom McDonald type beat, you know? God, Republican rap sucks, dude. Because my dad raised me right. No, son, your father's a fucking dickhead. No, son, your father's embarrassing himself and you. And unfortunately, in about 15 years, you're going to look back on this video and you're going to say, well, that's why I haven't spoke to my father. Stop politicizing your children, you fucking goofball. I can't fry this kid. He's 13. So I'm not going to make fun of this kid. He doesn't know any better. But Pops, I got some words for you. Standing behind him like Dr. Dre in the 50 Cent video. Indoctrination Dre. In Dr. Dre. Indoctrin Dre. That's a good joke. That's some good wordplay right there. Imagine grooming your son to be a white nationalist fascist scent. With some weak-ass music. Jesus Christ. Ghostwriting homophobic bars for your 13-year-old son is certainly a choice. This is a level of right-wing grifting that I've never seen before. Also, I said white wing by accident. And that's funny. Look, I'd say that the father should be ashamed of himself, but he's clearly incapable of feeling shame. This is like Aaron Carter if he grew up watching Charlie Kirk videos. Rest in peace. R.I.P. to a goat. R.I.P. Aaron Carter. I mean, this is fucking horrible, dude. What did he say about AIDS? The AIDS bar? Insane. I mean, this is... Are Christians okay? Toby Mac is rolling over in his grave right now. Damn, that's a deep cut, dude. Dude, shout out Toby Mac. My life be like, ooh, ooh. My life be like, ooh, 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 Psh. You remember that song? Toby Mac is the only Christian rapper that I rock with. Toby Mac used to be fire. Dude, Toby Mac had bars, bro. I got to meet Toby Mac. I feel like I could meet Toby. I'm like a pop and music industry guy now. I could probably meet Toby Mac. I wonder what Toby Mac is up to. I'm going to Google this for later. And I'm gonna go out of my way to find Toby Mac. Okay. One more thing before we go. Do you guys remember that speed reader clip from last week? The guy that like hired speed readers for $10,000 a month? Okay, hold on. Let me play this clip again just to refresh your memory.
What's the weirdest monthly expense that you have?
Probably paying full-time readers. So since 2021, I've had people read books for me full-time because I didn't have time to read, but I wanted to learn. So I taught people how to summarize books in a way that I wanted them summarized. And then they would do a presentation every Thursday for like me and my friends teaching us the book. And then we would just have like 4 or 5 books a week that we would get to learn in way less time than it would take to read the book.
How much money per month were you spending on full-time reader?
Probably like 10 grand.
You were spending $10K a month to have people read for you?
Yeah, because then I didn't have to do the reading myself, but I got all the knowledge, all the actionable takeaways, and the ability to actually go implement the knowledge.
Yeah, so I said, wait till this guy finds out about AI, which was funny. But look, this clip was so egregious, I did some research for this guy myself so I could clown him some more because I wasn't done. I wanted to come back for seconds. I did my hair different. I put on a different fit. I put on some new Cardis so I could clown him again. And it turns out there's literally an app for this. So instead of paying $10,000 a month for people to read for you, you could just use the speed learning app for $20. Look at that. I saved bro $9,980 in monthly expenses. You're welcome. It takes under a minute to sign up. It summarizes books for you, and you can ask it questions so you can apply the book's information to your life. Maybe I'll put this podcast clip into an audiobook so he can use the speed learning app and learn how to not spend $10,000 a month like a dickhead on something he could do for $20. So make sure you go ahead and download the speed learning app and thank me later. Yeah. And yeah, that was an ad. That was a sponsor. But I want to shout out them because they saw my clip, thought it was so funny, and were like, hey, we have an app for this. Would you be down to do a sponsored post for it? And I'm like, well, of course. I love money. Of course I'll do that. But it's a sick app, you know, and can save you $10,000 a month in instead of having a speed learning or a speed reading sweatshop in your basement. You can just download this app. So, yeah, shout out to Speed Learning. And go download the app so I can get more sponsors and more money. Thanks. Appreciate you guys. That's going to do it for our show today and for the week. I want to thank you for tuning in as always. We're going to come back with another absolute banger next week like we do every Monday morning. If you're watching on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, hit that like button, save it to your device, give it a 5-star review, send it to a loved one or an ex-girlfriend or an ex-boyfriend. Or an ex, they, them. If you're watching on YouTube like you should be, isn't that right, Gengar? Make sure you tap that like button ever so delicately. And just go ahead and smash the absolute fuck out of that subscribe button. Chop off the hands of that subscribe button and make the YouTube video wear it like a necklace like Christopher Columbus did. And then grease up that algorithm by leaving a comment, yeah? Because you're an oil man. Yeah. And maybe you want to tell me what you think about my haircut in the comment section or something like that. Thanks again, guys. Oh, I almost forgot, Pikachu. Can you believe it? I want to thank you, Beyonce. Beyonce, I want to thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to have this show and for giving my listeners the opportunity to listen to this show. And I want to thank you to our sponsors. And I want to thank you for being such a loyal oil man, woman, or they, them. And until next week, as the world continues to crumble and we begin the $1 trillion space hospitality industry and send people up to space to get them the fuck away from me, good night and good luck.
Everybody listen close. There's a brand new show that
Pikachu, what's the name of that brand new show that they gotta know? With who?
GIno.
That's me.
It's gonna get you moving, get you in the zone. Good luck, good vibes, good times. With GIno by your side, you'll be feeling fine. Every week, he's gonna bring
I wooed too early.
So come on, let's go tune in online. Good luck, good vibes, good times. With GIno, it's gonna be a real delight. So get ready to laugh, learn and grow. Good luck, let's go.
Bitch.